Hey everyone, Papercut here with another casted game. Today we have Input Lag Hate Club, which is actually Vortix, who is using his name to talk about his dislike of the slight input lag that the game has. Oh, that is it's kind of a slow TC drop for Vortix. We hate to see that. Probably would have been slightly better if he just went to this tree right here to save his villager walk time. But also he's definitely one of the best players in the world. So it shows that even they can make small. Well, I would say that wasn't even a mistake of his. I think the town center drop kind of ruined him there. But he's playing Mongols. On the other side, we have 194, the Great Unicorn, who is a mysterious player on the AOE 4 ladder. At least as I understand it. I saw him play against Beastie. I've seen him play against other top players. He's a player from China. He basically is a China one trick, though he will play Zushi sometimes. So it's like basically China. And he'll play another Civ here and there, but he is known for just grinding on China and Zushi. He's very good. He's very, very good. And so it's interesting to see him playing up against Vortix, especially in a matchup that feels like Mongols should lose. Mongols, by many of the pros, is kind of considered a lower tier Civ. They say that. I still get my ass kicked by Mongols constantly. If you watch my stream, you know Mongols are kind of my kryptonite here. But in the higher level theory, Zushi should be able to handily take care of Mongols. Their eco is a lot better. They can transition to units faster. They have great counters to what Mongols want to do, and we're gonna see how Vortix approaches this. So Vortix is gonna open with a spear rush, which will probably also be a tower rush, which is to be expected. If you let, as Mongols, Zushi kind of do whatever they want, their eco will just kind of overtake you in many different ways. So it feels like he definitely needs to actually, get in there and disrupt what 194 Unicorn wants to do. And 194 Unicorn has not a great base setup. If you look here, the stone and the gold are in the front next to each other. So one tower just completely cuts this off. If you're a Mongol player, this is like a dream come true, right? Like, you don't have to worry about that. Let's look at the Fog of War. Vortix doesn't even know about this yet. So keep in mind, he's about to learn that his tower rush is probably going to be really, really good. That's kind of the thing where Mongols, you're kind of taking a guess here, right? When you enter the field, am I going to have a good spawn from her tower rush or not? On the other hand, 194 Unicorn, I don't think he realizes at all what he's about to face here. Oh, doesn't get hit by the great. Oh, well, he's guessing it. So he actually saw, he saw the beginnings of the tower rush. Sorry, I'm still getting good at the hotkeys to do the camera. So he's just going to do the China strategy of I make a bunch of spears. Now, this is the problem of trying to tower rush China, is that they can quickly do what 194 Unicorn did here, which is transfer to a barracks, just put a bunch of vills on wood, get a barracks down, he actually invested in a second imperial official, which is quite the investment, and now, which means he's now matched on villagers basically with Vortix, and he can pump out spears. Look at this, he has pumped out 6 spears in no time, while Vortix only has 4, and he only has 4. Oh, Vortix now sees the 5 spears, and he's probably going, yeah, I don't know about that, chief. Now, the key thing about this, though, is that Vortix is getting his double produce. At least he got the first 2 double produce. He's not making a 5th spear. And Vortix now faces an issue where if 194 Unicorn just crosses the map, his spears could cut off his gold, because his gold is also forward. Very forward, in fact, because of how he puts his TC next to the wood line. And so now Vortix is rushing to get the gold, and you notice he now has 3 vills on gold. He's rushing to get the gold needed to age up, because he knows 194 Unicorn is coming with spears. Now, what has Vortix done that is potentially positive for him? Now he's double producing spears, he's going to have more. Well, one, Vortix has forced 194 to invest more resources. Every time Vortix has double produced, which most of his spears will double produce, he's saving resources. 194 has had to produce the spears every single time. At the same time, though, as China, 194 is getting gold for each time he creates a unit, so it's not like he hasn't not completely paid off from this, but Vortix is forcing him to use more food than he anticipated. At the same time, 194 is getting free food from the mill and having his imperial official observe the mill. Watch right here. Boom. 4 gold for every spear created. That's pretty crazy. So overall, if this was any other Civ, if Vortix was forcing any other Civ to make spears, this would be a huge eco drain. But for Zushi, they're able to kind of match him on the spear count. And now we're kind of playing this game of will they, won't they? Oh, catches that's huge. Catches the scout. Oh, stealth force jump. We have 8 spears against, well, about to be 9 spears. So right now it's equal. It's not going to really come down to micro. Vortix is just going to pull back completely because he's about to age up. And once he gets the age up down, he can just upgrade his spears really quickly, and boom, he takes that fight. Now, the second he ages up, I bet 194 Unicorn backs up. But he's going to turn around and try to grab one of the spears. He's microing his weak spear ahead of his group. Once his Khan gets here, his Khan can use the speed arrow to get his spears away. Because right now, 194 Unicorn is getting the charge off. What's the charge? If you get close enough to the enemy, your units will get a burst of speed and charge the closest distance. So when you're running away like this, there's a good chance you're going to get stabbed a couple times, which is why running away is important. You want to run away before you take too much damage, or else you're just going to get poked down for a while. Wow, they basically hit Castle Feudal at the same time, partly because 194 is China, so they build things fast. So once again, China has so much going for them. So 194 is just going to do a very simple meditation gardens. He's not going to try to put it anywhere risque, which in reality there isn't really a great place for him to put that. He could have put it up here, which would have been crazy, but that's really far away. And so he's just going to do it safe right in the back. He's going to get wood and food, no big deal about that. He's keeping 5 vills on gold, which Vortix sees. I'm very curious if Vortix's thought process here is, oh, my enemy is definitely going to rush castle. This feels like a castle rush. He almost has the gold for the castle. The food might potentially be an issue, though. He's burning through his sheep. The one thing about the long Dark Age that's really positive for Vortix is that he has forced 194 to really use a lot of food here. Now 194 is actually going to go to berries. Now he hasn't run out of deer. Why is he going berries early? Why not use all the sheep? I said deer, but sheep. Well, the reason he wants to not go on the sheep is because he knows he could potentially lose these resources, which are outside the TC range. So while Vortix is at the front of his base, burning down this mining camp, he's going to save the sheep, because at any moment he might need to pull back off of this berries and use the rest of the sheep here. And he's going to use the berries while he can. So this is a really key. When you're in this defensive stance right here, if you can ever sneak a resource that is potentially in danger later on, get it so that your safe resources can be used when you're actually in danger. Now, what's Vortix doing on the backside of this? He is going aggro. He has dropped in archery range. He's going Mangudai. He's also investing in eco by getting pastures. And he's kept 4 on gold. He hasn't started trading yet. Trade on this map hypothetically could be very good. Look how far away the trade post is. But 194 the Great Unicorn is almost to age up. He has the gold. And he can get it very easily just from taxes. Here comes the Mangudai. Now, once the Mangudai start hitting the field, things are going to get a little bit tougher for 194 the Great Unicorn because he has no counters to the Mangudai. Gonna take a fight here. Nope, backing up. He weaved in the 2 Palace Guards into this group, which Palace Guards, they are fast. They have less ranged armor, but they do have the 3 melee armor, so the spears will struggle. And it looks like those Palace Guards have done just enough to deter Vortix from pushing in and pushing him off the berries. And that's what we see about high-level players. High-level players are really good at going, what's the exact amount of units I need to hold this and not waste resources? So he built 2 Palace Guards, which are 125 resources each, and was able to then go castle. He's gonna get the Shaolin Monastery down. More Mangudai showing up, which are gonna do good work against the spears. Mangudai with 5 attack. They don't do any extra damage, but the point is that they're very hard to catch. And so 194 is going to lose all of his units, but age up. He's now dropping the archery range. My guess is that he's going to go into Mass Zugnu. Food once again is going to be an issue. He's not getting any gold outside of passive gold. So the only gold he's getting is his passive gold. Luckily, Shallow Monks only cost food. Vortix does have him stuck here. So 194 was not facing the issue where he is running out of places to get resources. So that fight he took while giving him time to go castle has now put him in a really bad spot because he basically, here's what 194 has. He has wood. He has the leftover sheep, which is why it's really important he went to these berries early. And then whatever gold he can get from taxes. That's what he has. Can he make enough Zugnu to push away Vortix? Which, these aren't even veteran Zugnu. He can't afford that. So these are going to be feudal Zugnu. He needs to buy himself space. His next closest food is south. His other food is all the way north, which Vortix is very aware of. Vortix, on the other hand, is he going castle? No, he's just investing in more units. He's not dropping his stable to get Keshiks, which are great because the Shaolin Monks are pretty tanky. He sees... He also needs the Keshiks for the Zugnu. But even then, look at this. The Zugnu, there's not enough of them to kill all these Mangudai. Vortix doing some little micro here, making sure that he saves his Mangudai as he backs up. Now they're just going to harass the Shaolin Monk, because the Shaolin Monk can take a lot of hits, but he has no ranged armor. And he's not going to catch his Mangudai. The only positive I could see from this for 194 is if he uses to go get resources in the back. But I feel like the castle rush was just not good news. I feel like if you're 194, you actually wanted to lean into feudal. You want to lean into feudal, really push Vortix back, because I think he was in a good spot there. He could have just made Zugnu from the jump, push Vortix back, and then taken more resources. I think the castle rush has put him in a really precarious position. He's almost out of sheep. He's going back to the berries on this side, which this fighting has pushed Vortix back. Vortix is now investing into Keshiks, which are important to both kill the Zugnu, but also tank Shaolin monks. Now he's running back out to the gold. He's going to try to tower this gold and take it. He needs the gold desperately. Really bad. The taxes aren't enough. Vortix is going to... Ooh, is he going to get a Vil here? No, but Vortix also has really tampered down his production. He has a lot of food, and what he's now moved a lot of Vils to gold. Oh, he's having to move Uvus. He's done the classic, I make my first unit, it's sitting next to my my production building. But this lack of production, I don't know if it was a miss macro, I don't know if he didn't know what to make, but there wasn't the stream of units you needed to be crossing here, and instead, this has allowed 194 to get just enough units out to get on the gold, which was desperately needed. He's going to try to take relics, which are also important, and now he's going to get on the berries back here, but food's gonna be an issue. He has the oh man, not even 250 on each of these. But Vortix is not getting space. 194 is just now getting the space he needs to survive. Which it really feels like if Vortix could just kept the unit pressure up, 194 would not have been able to do this. He's still denying relics, which is used. The first Keshiks are coming in, and these Zugnu are having no say on these Keshiks. Zugnu are not upgraded at all. No veterancy, no extra damage. So these Keshiks are just going to decimate them. 194 now has to back up with no Shaolin monks as his front line. Oh god, this is looking bad. And here I was dooming and glooming a second for Vortix, and he just pushes him right back, no problemo. The 194 is playing knights, sure. The problem is with Keshiks on the field, he needs a significant amount of knights. I don't know if he has that right now. He would need to get out probably 3 more knights to really be able to do anything. The Keshiks. Don't get me wrong, the knight is a lot stronger than the Keshiks, but when you have 4 Keshiks, that's 4 units doing 15 damage each, and the knight just isn't that tanky. Like, if it was knight for Keshik, yes, the knights would tear him up. Even like a knight per 2 Keshiks would do really well. It's just not enough knights. So 194 is basically just producing enough units just to try to survive. He's reducing the units just to stay on the goal, just to barely keeping... He goes to the berries back here, which, man, if Vortex had just left 1 unit back here to watch these berries, 194 would be in huge trouble because he's literally almost out of food. He's struggling so heavily with food. Vortex is using this down to go castle himself, which is a really smart move. He's made just enough units to keep 194 in base. He's taking good fights, and now he's going to go castle. You might be wondering, what is this? What is this? Why is he doing like this? He's playing that this game goes imp. He's going to put the white stupa right here, and that's going to really buff up how fast his pastures produce sheep. So he's setting that up. It's like when a French player sets up their production for a keep to sit in there, because the keep boost reduces the cost of units. Same idea there. So he realizes 194 does not have the facilities to stop me. I might as well just burn down this tower, kill the 4 vills inside. And I wouldn't be surprised if 194 taps out any second here. Vortix has done such a masterful job. I need to get a picture here before this game goes. Amazing. Very nice, very nice. And that's GG. I got the picture just in time. Hope you enjoyed that quick little game. Vortix just showing the mastery of the Mongols. I didn't quite explain this as much as I wanted to in the moment, but I think the thing that Vortix did very well is that he kept playing the Dark Age chicken game. If he had quickly gone to feudal after seeing the amount of spears from the 194 Great Unicorn, that could have been a good move. But I think Unicorn could have then crossed the map, potentially pushed him off gold, and really made his life tough. Vortix kept making enough spears to kind of keep 194 nervous, keep him on the back heel, and then use that to then go a good feudal age, push back, make the right counter units, catch him trying to go castle, which was really big, because I don't think going castle was the best move there for the Great Unicorn. Then again, he's a much better player than me, so who knows? But that just put him in a situation where he was on a timer with resources, and Vortix read that really, really well, kept the pressure up, and then went castle once he realized I have him pretty much stuck. Hope you enjoyed that game. Hope you learned something, and check out the rest of my content. And thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Or good luck on your games, whatever. Bye.